My name is Jonathan Wales, and I'm the CEO here at Sonic Magic Studios. I mix sound for feature films. We basically do full service post-production sound, and we also do picture editorial services here. And we have 2 different mix rooms, 2 ADR stages, a Foley stage, 8 or 9 media composer rooms, then a whole bunch of subsidiary sound editorial rooms as well. In our company, for instance, we just have a lot of people who need to sit down and they need to edit something. In individual editorial situations, there's a big benefit in terms of how much space it actually takes to set somebody up. Since we've moved to the IHSE platform, now we have the ability to have, a monitor, and it can look at any system that we need to for around the entire facility. The real revolution here is, firstly, that it's an all-digital system. End-to-end, we're transmitting the original quality digital picture with no degradation and no perceivable difference to the original picture. Secondly, we're able to have flexibly deployed either single monitor or multiple monitor situations. Thirdly, that full production quality digital audio is traveling with the KVM signal. So when you switch to a system, you also have an audio feed either in your headphones or on a pair of speakers that's coming from that system live with no perceivable delay. One of the problems we'd had before we became aware of the IHSE solution was that the video quality of the KVM solutions that were out there just was not good enough for us to be able to use them. We're looking at very intense material, we're using moving images. We can't deal with any VGA type solutions or anything like that that doesn't give you a one-to-one pixel. Once we started seeing the level of quality that was possible with this system, then we became really excited about what the possibilities were, because finally we could have basically both of the key things we needed, which was remote extension from computers to the monitors, but also the ability to then start completely divorcing the number of monitors and workstations from the number of computers in the machine room. One of the other major operational factors is the fluidity with which we can have access to the systems. So if I'm working in here and I'm literally working with 9 or 10 different systems, I can change instantly from one system to the next. The video doesn't even skip a frame. All the other systems I've ever had any experience of have a latency of 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Over the course of working, that really can be very frustrating. There is no perceivable difference either in video quality, in mouse performance, in the frame rate performance of the video coming back. Everything feels exactly like you're directly attached to the computer, but it also gives you a level of redundancy as well. In fact, we actually upgraded the system here from the first system we had to an even bigger one because we liked it so much. And while we were doing that, we had to do that with the facility still operating, so we were able to literally just point-to-point connect the people who still needed to be working directly to their computers while we swapped out the central switch and then connect them back in. And so instead of those guys being down for the whole time while we were changing the switch over, instead they were down for like a minute one end and a minute the other end. And that was it. The system itself is extremely simple. It does exactly what it's supposed to do all the time. It allows for a level of collaboration and flexibility that we hadn't even imagined. We understood what the KVM was. What we didn't understand was what it would end up doing for the whole way that we work. There are a couple of different things that you can do in terms of security. We can choose with the KVM system whether or not USB can be used to download, onto, for instance, a thumb drive or anything. We don't use USB 2, we only use purely keyboard and mouse. So therefore, someone using a computer out there in the open or in here has absolutely no ability to physically copy anything from that computer while they're using it. Then the second level of security becomes the fact that the KVM system itself, the monitors require a login in order to be able to access the system. I think one of the things that really is important when you're dealing with systems like this is, technology is evolving, things happen. IHSE as a company has been really great in this respect for us. We found, firstly with the initial system that we had, and now with the new Tera system that we've got, they've really been completely supportive. There have been firmware updates, in a very timely manner for issues and also for feature releases. So, there's been functionality being added to the product, on an ongoing basis, and we really feel like we have input. This stuff is rock solid. The boxes are very sturdy. You could stand on them, do whatever, throw them around. They're built in that sort of German way, where you just know that they're going to come out working the other end. The switches are enterprise level architectures. They have dual power supplies. They have the ability to be remotely controlled in addition to everything else. The level of confidence we have that this is solid is to the point that we literally have entrusted our whole workflow in the whole facility to this type of technology, and specifically to the IHSE solution. And like I say, we're not going to do that if we don't have confidence. We've been pounding away on the system, for over a year, and we're just thrilled. We have been consistently increasing the amount of their stuff that we have in the facility. Initially, we started off thinking, we need it in this room. And then we started using it in this room, and we were like, wow, this is really good. What if we were to expand it to 2 rooms? So then we did that. Then we were like, wow, we need a bigger system. So then we got a bigger system, and now we have it in, 6 rooms plus another 10 edit bays and whatever else. And, we have currently a 48 port system.